Welcome to Mets Weekly. I'm Jocelyn. David Wright recently reached a home run milestone, so that got us wondering where the third baseman ranks among the Mets' all-time list and what other records are within his reach. Take a look.
If you're going to have a good day for home run hitters in this ballpark, today is it.
3-2 to Wright. Hit in the air to deep center field. That goes Cowper to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! And there is his 100th career home run as a New York Met.
So David, you just hit your 100 home run mark. Did you know you're 9th in the Mets all-time home run list?
I did not. I didn't even know it was my 100th home run until I read about it in the paper.
So looking at that and then also seeing, guys like Mike Piazza and Strawberry on that list, is that, does it give you a sense of motivation?
Absolutely. Hopefully, I'm here for a long time to come. Hopefully, I start my career and end my career as a Met. It's an honor, it's a privilege to see your name on there with guys like Straw and Mike Piazza, but still, I think there's a long way to go. You talk about Straw, he had a World Series ring. You think about Piazza in 2000, went to the World Series, so, that's the next step I want to take.
World Series rings are impossible to predict, but by the time Wright's done with his current contract, he may already own more than a handful of the Mets' all-time records.
The Mets don't have a very rich offensive history. I mean, they've had some guys do certain parts of the game well. Strawberry hit home runs, Kingman hit home runs, Mookie Wilson hit triples. But right now, already David is the best hitter we've ever developed.
In fact, including this season and his club option for 2013, Wright has 6 years left on his deal. If he continues to average 30 homers a year over the course of his contract, Wright should leapfrog Strawberry and Piazza's home run marks.
He deals home and Wright lines one to center. In comes Worth, reaching down, can't get it, and it goes behind him, and Wright can run a long way.
David currently drives in about 110 runs a year. At that pace, Darrell's all-time RBI total will be demolished by the Mets' third baseman. In 18 seasons as a Met, Eddie Kranepool is the team's all-time hit leader. But by the time Wright's done with his 9th full season, he should eclipse that record as well.
I suspect that when he's done with this contract or with his career, he will have every significant offensive record here except runs and triples, because Reyes will have those.
2-2 to Wright. Hit in the air to center field. Damon going back to the warning track. It's over his head and the Mets win it.
It doesn't happen too often with a franchise where somebody gets anointed as the chosen one and it actually pays off. But really, has anything ever gone wrong with David Wright since he's been in the Mets organization? I mean, it's really a feel-good story from the moment he signed with them.
3-1. There's David Wright's first big league hit.
How about every Met fan knows about David Wright, and he just got to the big leagues. He's one of the most highly publicized young players to come around in a long time.
I think the real key for, a guy like David Wright is just to stay focused on what he do. Play baseball. Yep. Don't get caught up in, what everybody's saying about you and how good you're going to be and how great you're going to be. And I think he has his head on right. I've seen him over the last couple of years, and, he seems prepared for it. He's the type of guy that's going to come over here and be in this organization for a long time, and he's going to be that cornerstone.
He's really, since the moment he's put on the uniform, he's been a guy they can market. He's been a guy that's done a tremendous job between the lines for them. He's been a tremendous guy with the media, which you need in New York. So, I mean, really, you couldn't design a better player to build your franchise around than David Wright, really.
It's a 5 RBI night.